Bournemouth takes on Newcastle United, 1 p.m. Eastern start time. Bournemouth is the plus money favorite. They're plus 140 with the total at 2.5, juice to the under. The draw's plus 215, and if you like Newcastle, they're also plus 215. And following Monday sports wagering action, I'm 2-0 my last two daily best play tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, that's a website where I sell really great sports picks beginning at just $1.99. There's also a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And one of those packages is called the Extra Daily Pick Tier Membership. It's just $2.99 to sign up. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. And in that Extra Daily Pick membership, I'm currently 21-9 in my last 30 picks in that category. That's good for 70% during that stretch. If you want some more information on how you can get in on the action, or if you just want to browse the website a little bit, maybe check out my current record, it's located right on the homepage, and the link for that website is in the description section below. Once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, Newcastle hasn't lost a league matchup in their last 4 straight, and that includes an impressive 3-0 victory over 9th place Sheffield United. They also shut out Southampton by the final of 1-0, while also holding 7th place Burnley scoreless in a 0-0 draw. They're taking on a Bournemouth squad who lost their last 3 straight, with 2 of those losses coming by way of shutout. They're also winless in their last 6 straight. And that's going to be an 0-5 record with a draw during that span. Now, Bournemouth averaged just .66 goals per contest in their last 6 as well. They're currently in 17th place out of 20 teams in the EPL with 7 outright victories out of 31 total matches on the year. Bournemouth ranks 16th in total goals scored. They're averaging less than a goal a game on the season. They also rank 16th in total goals allowed. Now, scoring-wise, 7 out of Bournemouth's last 9 got over the total of 2.5 goals. 10 out of their last 13 also got over that number. Give me Newcastle United plus 215 and the over 2.5 goals in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for tomorrow's international soccer action, but before we go ahead and dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you that after Monday's sports wagering action, I'm 6-3 with a push in my last 10 Better Friends tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, that's a website where I sell really good sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. A lot of variety there. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. Now, one of those packages is called the Extra Daily Pick Tier Membership. It's only $2.99 through the end of the month, and I'm currently hitting at 21-9 in my last 30 picks in that membership. That's good for 70% during that span. I strongly recommend you at least consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said, let's go ahead and move on. I'm talking about Everton squaring off against Leicester City, and that's going to be a 1 p.m. Eastern start time. Everton's the plus money favorite in this one. They're plus 150 with the total at 2.5 flat. The draw's plus 225. And if you like Leicester in an upset, they're plus $1.90 for an outright win. Now, Leicester's lost just 1 out of their last 5. They actually held their opponents scoreless in 3 of those outings. They shut out Aston Villa along with Birmingham City in non-league action. They also held Brighton scoreless in a 0-0 draw. Leicester's currently in 3rd place in the EPL standings, 16-8 on the season with 7 draws. Leicester also ranks 2nd in total goals allowed. Very good defensively. They're giving up just 0.93 goals per contest. They are taking on an Everton squad who's been victorious in just 1 out of their last 5. That includes a 4-0 blowout loss to Chelsea during that span. They also lost to the likes of Arsenal by the final of 3-2 during that stretch as well. Everton's currently in the bottom half of the standings in 12th place, winners of just 11 out of 31 total contests on the season. They also rank 14th in total goals allowed. And speaking of the total, when it comes to scoring this one, we are looking at an Everton club who saw their last 2 straight stay under the total of 2.5 goals. 3 out of their last 4 also stayed under that number. Meanwhile, on the Leicester City side of things, their last 3 straight stayed under the 2.5 themselves. In addition to that, they also saw 7 out of their last 8 stay under that total. Give me the Underdog Leicester City Club plus 190 and the under 2.5 goals in that contest. All right, next matchup, it is going to be West Ham United. They are taking on Chelsea, and that's 3:15 p.m. East. Chelsea's minus 165, totals 2.5 juice to the over. The draw is plus 300. If you like West Ham, they're plus 450 on the money line. West Ham's coming off a 2-0 shutout loss to Tottenham in their last outing. They also lost their last 3 straight, all by way of shutout. And that's right, West Ham hasn't scored a goal in their last 3 contests. Matter of fact, even more, this West Ham squad has been victorious in just 1 out of their last 12. And they find themselves in a 3-way tie for 17th place out of 20 teams in the EPL. West Ham's garnered themselves outright victories in just 7 out of 31 matches on the season. They also rank 18th in total goals allowed. They're taking on a Chelsea squad who's on a 5-match winning streak, coming fresh off a 1-0 victory over Leicester in FA Cup action. Now, Chelsea's currently in 4th place in the EPL standings. They're 16-9 on the season with 6 draws. Chelsea also ranks 4th in total goals scored. And when it comes to the total in this one, 3 out of Chelsea's last 4 got over the total of 2.5 goals. 9 out of their last dozen also got over that number. Give me Chelsea minus 165 and the over 2.5 in that contest. All right, next matchup. It is going to be in Spanish La Liga. I'm talking about Alaves taking on Granada, 1:30 p.m. Eastern start time. Alaves is the plus money favorite. They're plus 130 with the total at 1.5, heavily juiced to the over. The draw is plus $1.90. And if you like Granada in an upset, they're plus 260 to win it. Now, Granada's coming off a 2-1 loss to 14th place Eibar in their last outing. They've also been victorious in just 1 out of their last 7 league matches, with 4 of those contests ending in draws. Meanwhile, on the Alaves side, they've only been victorious in just 1 out of their last 7 themselves, and we're looking at 2 draws in the mix during that stretch as well. They also scored just 2 goals in their last 3 outings. Alaves ranks 15th in total goals scored. They're averaging just 1 goal per contest thus far in the year. But when it comes to the scoring in this one, 10 out of their last dozen got over the total of 1.5 goals. Meanwhile, on the Granada side, 5 out of their last 7 also got over that number. Give me the draw at plus 190 and the over 1.5 in that contest. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Valencia squaring off against Athletic Bilbao, and that's going to be a 1:30 p.m. Eastern start time. Valencia is the plus money favorite in this one. They're plus $1.60. Totals 2.5, heavily juiced to the under. The draw is also plus 195, and if you like Athletic to get the job done here, they're plus $2 for an upset win. Now, Athletics coming off a solid 3-1 victory over Mallorca in their last outing. They only lost just 1 out of their last 7 league matches, and they rank 3rd in the league in fewest goals allowed. They're giving up just 0.87 goals per contest. Valencia on the other side, we are looking at a Valencia team coming off a 2-0 shutout loss to Villarreal in their last outing. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 matches, and all 3 of those losses came by way of shutouts. Certainly dismal performances there. They've also been victorious in just 1 out of their last 7. Now, total-wise, Valencia's last 3 straight fell under the total of 2.5 goals. 5 out of their last 7 also fell under that number. Meanwhile, on the Athletic side, 4 out of their last 7 got over that number themselves. So kind of an ironic little dichotomy there. We are going to go ahead and lean toward the over in this one. So give me the Underdog Athletic Club plus $2 in the over 2.5 goals in that contest. Next matchup, Real Betis squaring off against Villarreal, 4 p.m. Eastern start time. Villarreal's the plus money fave. They're plus $1.50. The total's 2.5 with the draw of plus 230. And if you like an upset in this one, Real Betis is plus 185 for some money line cash. Betis was doubled up by Levante in their last outing by the final of 4-2. They also dropped 2 out of their last 3, including a 1-0 shutout loss to Athletic Bilbao. Betis has been victorious in just 2 out of their last 13, and they rank 19th in total goals allowed. Betis is currently in the bottom half of the standings in 13th place. They've won just 9 out of 32 contests on the season. They're taking on a Villarreal team who ranks 3rd in scoring, and they beat 8th place Valencia by the final of 2-0 in their last outing. Villarreal hasn't lost a match in their last 5 straight, with 4 impressive shutout victories during that span. Now, total-wise, 4 out of Villarreal's last 5 stayed under the total of 2.5 goals. Meanwhile, 2 out of Betis' last 3 stayed under that number themselves. I like Villarreal getting the job done here. Give me Villarreal plus $1.50, winning this one outright, and the under 2.5 goals in that contest. All right, next matchup, it is going to be in Italian Serie A or Italian Serie A. I call it Serie A because, that's what I do. But anyway, Bologna taking on Cagliari, 1:30 p.m. Eastern start time. Bologna's the plus 105 favorite. Totals 2.5 flat. Draws plus 235. Cagliari plus 280 to win it. Now, Cagliari doubled up Torino in their last outing by the final of 4-2. They're currently on a 2-match winning streak and ranked 7th out of 20 teams in total goals scored. Bologna, on the other side, has been victorious in just 1 out of their last 5 themselves, with 3 shutout losses during that short stretch. They average just 0.6 goals per contest in their last 5 matches. Bologna ranks in the bottom half of the league in total goals allowed as well. They're 13th in that category. Now, scoring-wise, 5 out of Bologna's last 8 got over the total of 2.5 goals. Meanwhile, Cagliari saw 3 out of their last 4 get over that number themselves. Give me another underdog in this matchup here. I like Cagliari plus 280 in the over 2.5 goals in that contest. All right, next matchup. Hold on, I'm getting a call here. Hang on, guys. Okay. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Sampdoria taking on, sorry about that, by the way. Sampdoria taking on Lecce, 3:45 p.m. Eastern kickoff. Sampdoria is plus 105, totals 2.5, and the draws plus 260. And if you like the underdog in this matchup here, Lecce's plus 245 to get the job done. Now, Lecce is coming off a bad 4-0 blowout loss to Juventus in their last outing. They're currently on a 4-match losing streak, which includes a contest where they lost 7-2. Matter of fact, Lecce has given up 19 total goals in their last 4 matches. They're currently in 18th place out of 20 teams in Italian Serie A, victorious in only 6 out of 28 total contests. Lecce also ranks dead last in total goals allowed in the league. That's 11 more goals they've given up than the 19th ranked club in that category. So a little bit of separation there between them and the pack. Now, total-wise, Lecce's last 8 matches all got over the total of 2.5 goals. Meanwhile, Sampdoria, on the other side, saw their last 7 straight get over that number themselves. 10 out of their last dozen also got over the 2.5. Give me Sampdoria, Give me Sampdoria plus 105 and the over 2.5 in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show. Verona taking on Parma, 3:45 p.m. East. Verona's plus 105, totals 2.5, draws plus 230. Parma is plus $3. Parma's won just one out of their they won just one out of their last four, and that includes a 2-1 loss to Inter Milan. Verona, on the other side, has been victorious in just one out of their last five themselves, and that includes 2 draws within that mix. They also won just 3 out of their last 10, with 5 draws during that stretch as well. Verona ranks 12th in total goals scored. And speaking of the scoring in this one, 4 out of Verona's last 8 stayed under the total of 2.5 goals. Meanwhile, Parma on the other side saw 4 out of their last 6 stay under that number. 7 out of their last 11 also stayed under the 2.5. Give me the draw of plus 230 and the under 2.5 goals in that contest. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I apologize about the phone call, but once again, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Tuesday or Wednesday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.